So before we close for this session, the managing director of 117 mentioned something in the beginning, and I believe that everybody paid close attention. He said that they are working on a work fund. Okay, to talk a little bit about what they are doing, because it's very, very important for us to, also listen to this before we close this session. I'll bring up Ismail Rufai, the head of Sharia advisory in 117, to give us a little bit about the product and even other products that can be beneficial for the audience in this call today. Mr. Ismail, please kindly unmute yourself and go ahead. Is Mr. Ismail on the call? Okay. So if Mr. Ismail, are you on the call, please?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa
Great.
barakatuh.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Please go ahead. I hope you heard my question.
Yes, I did.
Please go ahead.
Thank you very much for all that attended the session, for the contributors from Professor Dogara to Dr. Mustafa Amin to Sheikh Abdul Muttalib. We say a very big thank you. For 117 Capital, being a registered licensed capital market operators by the Securities and Exchange Commission, which is SEC. Yes, we have series of products and services we rendered, and the Waqf fund or a Waqf portfolio is the platform we've given Muslims. Here we've been discussing the problem of social issues that we need to complement what the government is doing. So you shouldn't just end at that theoretically. We should put it in a practical way. So the essence is for you to have an investment whereby the proceed or the return those investments will be generating will be going to charitable acts, and be it individual with as little capital as you can, be it 50,000, 5,000 naira. You can also enjoy a sadaqah to jariyah, an everlasting reward, just like Dr. Amin mentioned that the most rewarding investment or ROI is that of the Sayyidina Uthman, being a project that is still ongoing, and you can imagine the generational um, period that particular asset has lasted. So we're also enjoying that individuals can also benefit from this, from the little amount of money they have. And I think our emails, our phone numbers are open. We can be contacted. And we'll also be sharing some information via emails and all other platforms for those who are interested. But I believe as a Muslim, we all are interested in having the best in this world and in the hereafter. And the best option is also to have a sadaqah to jariyah that will also live even after you've gone, and people will be benefiting from it individually or society-wise. Thank you very much, Malam Mudassir.
Thank you so much, Mala Ismail Rufai, for this short and wonderful, insight into the work fund you have at 117 Capital. I think we need to have more of this to be able to let people understand how, we need to buy our akhirah, to be honest. It is very important. And this is the month of Ramadan. We need to do more. We need to strive more. And anything we do in this month, how a bountiful and multiplier effect that happens in this month. So thank you so much for that. Now, to close the session, I'm going to take just a few minutes each from the panelists to give their closing remark. Then we will be done for today. So to go first, I'm going to give our honorable Professor Dogarawa to give his closing remark. Short closing remark. I'm sorry for limiting you, to this, but just short closing remark, and I'll go to the next panelist. Thank you so much, Prof. Please kindly unmute yourself and give your remarks, sir.
Thank you very much, Brother Mudassir. I would like to, thank the other panelists for their intervention and contribution, as well as thank 117 for putting this together. I want to say that Waqf has a lot of prospects in Nigeria, but because there are some challenges that are impeding the development of Waqf, I think we need to work seriously on the challenge, even now that we don't have much to show. I believe even the few pieces of assets we have around and property that we know were initially designated as work of property but poorly managed. If they are to be well managed, I believe the benefits would be more than what we are witnessing. So I know we have a challenge with this legal regulatory framework, especially our Land Use Act. It's really inhibiting people who really want to create work up to do so. I think if we can make an advocacy and also, try to see how we can work with our National Assembly members to see how they can actually find a way of creating, a new way for WACAF to flourish in Nigeria, it will be very, very useful. Secondly, the issue of management and governance is another very serious issue because even the few AWQAF we have, especially the philanthropic AWQAF with regards to Masajid and other Islamic centers, with the exception of very few, you find that we are not seeing a lot of progress in that direction. And what they are meant to achieve, we are not achieving them. Not to talk of other awqaf that are actually for social benefits, like healthcare and the rest. I think there is a need for us to focus on the issue of management and governance in order to strengthen that. And then lastly, we need to really be involved in awareness creation and also knowledge imparting about Waqf, because there are people who I believe, and I believe we all know in Nigeria that there are people who will be willing to actually donate or to create Waqf if only they know the benefits and importance of Waqf. So we need to really sensitize them. We need to go on advocacy to make people understand. I think these are the few things I need to say. And then the issue of cash Waqf, which is also one of the contemporary issues, we need to really make people be aware of it because it is the easiest way to create Waqf now by getting contributions from people. And once you have the pool of funds, you can actually agree based on the contributors' desire to create a Waqf that will be sustainable, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan wa ahsana ilaykum.
Thank you so much, Prof, for the intervention as well. I think these are noted, and I believe that we will start championing this course, inshallah. Let me go straight to Sheikh Abdul Muttalib Muhammad Awal Guzaw. Sheikh, please kindly unmute yourself and give a closing remark.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. As I said earlier, Prof is taking everything and leave us with empty container.
How about Sheikh? You have a lot to say, Sheikh. Please go ahead.
Sheikh? You are taking everything. I'm taking everything. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me just itemize my three advices. Firstly, sincerely speaking, our people here in Nigeria are not much aware about the importance of Waqf. So there's need of advocacy and enlightenment in our masajid, in our radio stations, programs, in our televisions, such as Sunnah TV, Africa TV, and other relevant information ways that we're supposed to pass our information for our people to know the benefits and the importance of this Waqf in here and the hereafter. Secondly, I will just set an example of Waqf that we have in our masjid. We just took 1,000 people out in Nigeria, given us the contribution of 1,000 naira only. We call it as a Waqf of Walidain. You sacrifice 1,000 naira for your father, 1,000 naira for your mother. Every month we are gathering that money. And we have the record of that people. We have their phone numbers, and we have even the group, WhatsApp group. Whatever we do with their money, we are sending them the information. And that is give us a trust between we and the donors. One of the most important things to have in the Waqf aspect, to have a trust between you and the people that are giving you their money. So if you collect their money, from the donors, make sure that you give them accountability of what you do with their money. And that 1,000 we are naira, alhamdulillah, we are seeing the clear impact of it. The importance of that 1,000 naira, wallahi, we can't account it. We can't tell you the importance of that 1,000 naira we are getting from the parent or from the donors. That is give us about 12 million naira every year per annum. At least we have 12 million naira. And our landmark is just 1,000. But alhamdulillah, we have more than 1,000 are contributing. So we know the importance of that Waqf, and we distribute the foodstuff, and we are digging a well. We are sponsoring the programs through the television and the radio stations for the Islamic programs, and we will see the impact of that 1,000 naira. And lastly is trust and good management is the one that will keep us to have a continuity of that project. Many of our masajid, they have a awqaf under them, but it's mismanagement. They are misusing it. That is why you can see when you are talking with the philanthropists, they can say, okay, even I contribute, the management is the problem. So let us have a good management. And I beg the 117 to organize a program for the imams and enlightenment programs for philanthropist people we have in Nigeria. As Prof said, there are some people that they are willing to give, but to whom to give is a problem. How to manage it is a problem again. If we outline their problems, inshallah ta'ala, I see the Waqf will have a good benefit in Nigeria and will have a good management in Nigeria, inshallah ta'ala, under these kind of organizations. Jazakumullah khair.
Thank you so much, Sheikh. This is wonderful, and I believe that we can look at the sustainability of this model you have mentioned, because it's something that we can build on, and inshallah 117 and other researchers are actually hearing you as well. So I will go straight to Dr. Amin Mustafa to give his closing remark.
Okay, thank you so much, really, and most importantly, thank to our honorable panelist, Professor and Sheikh Gusso. It's a pleasure. As a final statement, really, I think they have said it all, but I just want to highlight three things that I consider really, really important if we're to take this forward. We've understood how it began. We saw its growth. We have an idea of the peak of its growth and then the decline. Where are we now? We know, but where should we be going forward? Laying some future path or roadmap into the future. As rightly mentioned, awareness is important. For Waqf to really take up, it requires a lot of people to be aware of it, aware of new, not to say new, but aware of new understanding around its application. For instance, Waqf, possibilities with technology. Second, its management. As already mentioned, whether it's a masjid project, it's a well, it's a hostel, it's in fact a school, in fact a television station, we even have an airport that in its construction, Waqf money is being used. Hospitals, how is it managed? If these projects are well managed, then they will be living testament to encourage the consistent and continuous flow of funds towards such endeavors. And the last point is about innovation. Innovation, this is something that the Muslim world, unfortunately, we fall behind. We wait for others to create or set the agenda for innovation and then we tail. However, that shouldn't be the case going forward. It is my hope as a parting statement that we are able to, from this session, begin to see an increase in awareness around Waqf and its application, awareness around the management of Waqf properties and Waqf-based ventures, and lastly, innovation upon the way we apply Waqf. And this would be my final statement. It's really a pleasure being here. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much. Audience, thank you so much for staying to the end of this wonderful webinar. And, I thank 117 Capital for actually bringing this to the limelight. We hope we've learned, and we'll definitely make use of the knowledge we have actually gained from here, inshallah. Don't forget, we are in the month of Ramadan. Make use of this month of Ramadan judiciously. Just a kind of a point to make, actually. I know we have a lot of professionals in the room, but at the same time, we saw what has just happened. I mean, the CBN raising the MPR rate and other things happening. I think Waqf as well, because the MSME states, the people, when people are thinking of hunger, they cannot produce, they cannot be innovative. So it's very important we look for a model that will be able to take the hunger away from people, then put them in a scheme before they even approach any financial institution for financing. So I think I just need to put this down and let our bankers in the room, our fund managers in the room, our sheikhs in the room as well, to actually think and ponder on this and how we can actually achieve it. So thank you so much from me, Mudathir Adesoya. I would say Jazakumullah khairan to all of you, and I wish you a wonderful Ramadan, and definitely I will speak to you soon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa
Assalamu warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Jazakumullah khairan all.
MashaAllah, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah khair. We are coming to Zaria to collect our breakfast, inshallah.
No problem, Sheikhana.
Absolutely.
نعم ننتظر
I'll be there.
وصولكم إن شاء الله.
Inshallah.